Thank you for the like. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We coming in strong. We coming in strong today. We coming in real strong today, man.
Experiment raised my credit score by 12 points.
I'm gonna let y'all come in.
Insane.
So I raised mine,
I'm
scored
gonna let y'all come
521
in.
points instantly. Literally, as soon as I pressed the button.
Boost your credit scores instantly, free, only at Experian.com/boost.
I'm gonna let y'all come in.
Podcast in the world, and today I'm in here with the current self-defense king of TikTok. Dale Brown is in the building. How you doing?
I'm gonna let y'all come in, man.
Right.
We have some things to discuss.
Undermine the long, illustrious career that you've had before this, because you've been doing a lot of big things throughout your life.
We got some things to discuss, man.
Yes, with around
I
26.
hate all this divestment talk. You know, to be truthfully honest, all this divestment talk is because people have lost with their own people. I'm being straight up. When I hear this divestment talk, I'm gonna keep it 1,000. I just feel like divestment talk are for people that's been hurt from their own people, and then they think somewhere in their mind that other cultures or other groups of people just are so willing to accept them. I, we got to talk about this. Jump in the chats real quick. Tell me how you feel about, you know, the black people, dealing with other cultures. Please jump in the chat real quick and tell me how you feel about it because, yeah, good looking God. Listen, because, I keep on seeing this conversation up and down my, timeline. I'm just seeing different, YouTube creators talking about this. And naturally in my mind, I'm just like, why y'all even talking about this? This is really a conversation of people dealing with other. You understand? Like, I feel like if that's something you want to do, go ahead and do it. This shouldn't be a whole conversation. And that's why I'm making it a conversation because I feel like it's embarrassing for even a group of black women talking about dealing with white men. That's embarrassing. That does nothing for black men. That does nothing for black women because in my knowledge, I know the whole white race is not willing to accept y'all. So a little group of black women, a little 5 or 10% of black women that are happily, in relationships with, I'm not really excited for y'all because the full majority of those people are not going to accept y'all. So the little 10%, a little congregation you got, I'm happy for you. I'm happy that you're happy. But don't act like the whole 90% of them, the other 90% of them, is so willing to get on the bus. Come on. Please like and share. Please like and share. To me, it's just disturbing because it's no end goal. I always tell people this: woman or man, if you dealing with something and it ain't got no real conclusion, no end goal, that's something dangerous. If you don't got a goal or some kind of conclusion, that's dangerous. I'm scared of you. Being black is a beautiful thing. Being black is a beautiful thing. And we need to start saying that more. We need to start, wearing those kind of t-shirts, being black is beautiful. Because I think in this new time, I think we question being black. Fuck is you questioning being the best thing that you could be on this planet? That's like going to a place and they like, okay, that's the best thing you could be. Why would you question that? We're literally the best that you can be, and you actually questioning what you are? Oh my God. The next divestment conversation I hear, I'm going to go off. Black women shouldn't be even worrying about white men. Unless the white man is trying to literally take you out the hood and change your life, you shouldn't be worried about him. That shouldn't even be a conversation of yours. It's just sad to see that it's a conversation and that people talk about it. Like, think about that actually. A group of black women talking about having options or white men being options. You think a group of white men is talking or sitting around a round table thinking about, oh, maybe Tiffany or maybe Shaquita or maybe Vanessa. They don't think about shit like that. That's why when I hear this conversation, and I'm not even going to bring up certain names because y'all know these demons and devils of women, but it's certain women that just talk like the black man is not needed. And the only thing in my heart when I hear that talk, that kind of energy, I just know in my mind, you've been hurt. And that's the conversation that need to be had. It don't need to be divestments. We don't need to talk about divestments if we're not talking about how hurt you been and who hurt you. Because every black man ain't hurt you. It's very important we know who we are. Right at the door. You see, a lot of people walk into situations not knowing who they are. They get mixed into the situation. That's why I say it's very important for you to know who you are before you knock on the door. Understand that. Know who you are before you knock on the door. It's very simple. And I mean in every situation. I don't care if you're just going to the corner store. You have to know what you're willing to accept, what kind of people you deal with, and what's right and wrong for you and your morals. You got to know these things when you're dealing with people and you in situations because people are powerful. People are manipulative. You got to know what's going on. Good looking, Jay. Good looking, Jay. And the point is that if you're dealing with a person that you know is not strong minded, you got to question yourself. Why would you even be dealing with a person that you felt wasn't strong minded or insecure? You know, learning is a beautiful thing, and also, traveling is a beautiful thing. I was just on the phone with my brother and we was talking about that. I was just telling him the more you travel, the more your options in your mind change. You wouldn't even, I'm going to keep it 100. If you traveled at a young person, at a young age, necessarily you already know your options with women off rip. You already know how to calculate certain situations off rip. I feel like a lot of men that get, in situations with women or get, done wrong by women are men that never really explored and traveled, been around the world, been in certain situations where they had to be patient and be observant to certain energy. It's very important we know these things because for me, I'm not gonna lie, the more I live and I learn, the more I realize a lot of shit is optional. A lot of shit that you think you gotta do is really optional. You might manipulate yourself to think that, or you might end up in a situation with a person that might be more intelligent to you, and they manipulate you to think that certain things may be doable. You got to realize everything that you do and everybody you deal with. It's so important that we love life. You know, because I see a lot of these cases, like, if y'all go also to my page, y'all have to go to my page and just look at some of the stories. It's fucking horrific. It's so many black women out here, killing kids. Like, seriously. It's like a real pandemic of black women just killing kids. I don't know if black women are getting angry or or what's going on. I don't I don't know and I don't care. I know it needs to stop. That's the moral of the story. It doesn't matter why it's happening or when did it start. I hate when people ask me dumb questions like that. Like 79 kids was killed and you're gonna ask when it started? Really? 89 kids killed in a month, and you're gonna say, "Oh, who started it? Who was the first to do it? Well, what block was it on?" More of the story is that it's a big pandemic of uh, black women killing kids. A lot of stories on my page. Please go to my page. Like, share, subscribe on here, please, and please be just tuned in because I like to view and zone in on a lot of things that a lot of people may feel skeptical about approaching. In my mind, I want to talk about everything. I feel like it's nothing we can't talk about. I feel like we meant. You can't stop me from talking, and I can't stop you from talking. So we can talk about anything. And that's the kind of freedom and understanding I want here on my channel. I want us to be able to be men. Why we can't talk about any problem that's in the world? It's a lot of problems. And as men, we have to solve them 9 times out of 10. Because nobody else going to solve them. Man and God. Be realistic. Who going to really solve problems on earth? Man and God. That's it. So, I want to make a channel, full of real strong, you could say moralized men. Men that understand that morals are more important than lifestyle. We have built a culture of men that think lifestyle is more important than morals. This is why this channel is going to be so important. Please like and subscribe, please. But this is why I really made this channel. Because I needed to get a grasp of, you know, the point of people's thinking. I want to know why people think what they think. This is why I talk about pretty much every kind of subject, every kind of information known to man. Because you got to know these things and you got to approach them as a man. I'm not a boy, I'm not a coward, I'm not nothing you think I am. I am a man. Just like how you are. You should approach things just like a man. Simply. We live in a world where it's hard for you to be a man. Just be straight up. And for me, I don't have a major problem with that. I just have the problem in the fact of men thinking they can't be man enough or they can't fully be themselves because we live in a time where they may get on you for being too mannish. That's the time we live in. And I just feel like for all the real men out there, who gives a fuck? It's just that simple. You gotta die a man. You can't, there's no point of saying you're a man if you're not a man. That's what I'm saying. You might as well die. Die by that shit because you can't say you a man and you're not a man. You don't do man shit. You understand? You gotta die by that shit. And the point of, you not doing man shit and you acting like you, that's a waste of time. You know, I love the fact that we can sit here and have these real conversations because, you know, life is real short. It's real short. You don't, you know, the beautiful thing though, real talk, the beautiful thing about, this whole YouTube thing and just meeting people, you realize very quickly that you're not as crazy as you think you are. That's the wonderful thing about, getting out, learning, and exploring. You realize I'm not that lost. Because sometimes you can learn so much. You can learn so much that you feel like, oh shit, maybe I'm thinking too much. And that's real talk. And this is why I made this whole discussion of why interracial dating is dangerous. Because something can feel really good, really compelling. You know, Let me get a little closer as I talk to you about this real quick. Cause we about to go real deep real quick. We about to go deep for like the next 15 minutes. So here you go. You know, the reason why, you know, I made this discussion possible is because the divestment conversation is dangerous. It's a pandemic of white men killing black women. And I think it's very dangerous for a group of black women to be sitting around each other telling each other they should deal with white men. I think that is highly dangerous. I don't think this should be. I don't think it should be. Whoa, that's how real it is. I don't think it should be suggested. I don't even think it should be laughed about. I see so many videos on TikToks with black girls. They luckily, get their white little boyfriend, and they just say some funny shit like, "Oh, it's a little more better dealing with black guys than it's a little more better dealing with white guys than." But what I don't realize is that when he's done with you, because let's just put this straight on the table. Most white guys that deal with black women, we talking about most, they're pretty much a sex toy. Let's see, we gonna keep it 1,000. Most black women that deal with white guys are sex toys. Nothing more. They're sex toys. You ever watch Ghetto Gaggers? Please put a one in the chat. If anyone ever seen Ghetto Gaggers, please put a one in the chat. Please put the one in the chat. Please put the one in the chat. Please. If anyone ever seen Ghetto Gaggers, please put the one in the chat because, you know, real talk, Jay. That's what most women are. Real talk. Put a one in the chat right now if you ever seen Ghetto Gaggers. Because that right there, Ghetto gaggers is what most black women are to white men. Period. So the divestment talk is a joke. They've been doing ghetto gaggers for years. They have gotten hundreds, thousands of females to violate themselves or basically get violated, whatever the which way you want to put it. That's what most of y'all are. That's real talk. So it's like when I hear these talks, I'm like, it sounds cool, but don't you know, like, not even 5% of black women are even married outside their race? Like, it's not a big percentage of black women even married outside of their race. Look it up. I wish I could pull up the stats right now on the screen. Not even 5% of black women are even married outside their race. For y'all to sit there and say, oh, you should go talk to him, you should go da da da. They don't fuck with you like that. That's why I hate this talk, because it's harmful. It does nothing for you. It's like going, thank you for the like, thank you, thank you. It's like going in the casino and you know you only got about $10 or $20. Please put a one in the chat if you know what ghetto gaggers is, because more of the stories that when you think about all this divestment talk, most women are ghetto gaggers. I mean, most black women are ghetto gaggers for the white man. It's just that simple. Look, this whole notion that black women got a chance with white men, that's a dream. That's a fantasy. That's a fantasy. And this is not a knock on the black women. I think black women have a lot of options within their community. But in terms of marriage, the way other communities work, y'all don't really have y'all don't have no kind of chance in other communities. Like I told you, black women as of right now are married outside of other races, not white race, of other races combined, probably at a 5 percentile. At a 5%. Only about 25% of black women, period, is married. Out that 25%, only about maybe 5% are married to other races. It's a small percentage of black women that's married, let alone to other races. The point of this conversation is that divesting, whatever you want to call it, is disrespectful to the culture. It does nothing for the culture, and it's horrible. How you telling your sisters, a black woman tells another black woman, oh yeah, you could deal with white men. They don't marry y'all. And when they really do want to deal with y'all, it's on some ghetto gagger shit. They've been doing ghetto gaggers for years. That's how white men want to treat y'all. That's how they treat y'all. That's how they been treating y'all for years. When y'all get a chance, please go watch Ghetto Gaggers. Everybody, please. And for me, I watch it to understand that, you know, a woman is a treacherous thing. Women will do anything for a little bit of attention or a little bit of money. That's the sad part. And that's why you need to go watch Ghetto Gaggers. Take a second out your life. Watch something a little disturbing. But it will put something in the back of your mind to let you know that what I'm thinking is not overthinking. I used to think that black women just praise black men, white, blah, blah, blah. I used to think black women used to praise white men just for nothing. Then I seen Ghetto Gaggers one day. I said, These niggas really worship the ground white men walk on. Just because. Nothing behind it. No real purpose. Just to worship. After watching Ghetto Gaggers, I've realized, you know, worshiping is the death of some people. You know you can worship something to death? After watching Ghetto Gaggers, I said, you know, the black woman needs therapy. The black woman needs more than God. She needs everything after watching Ghetto Gaggers. That's one of the most disturbingest things I've ever seen in my life. When you watch Ghetto Gaggers, you realize, you know, people will do anything for money. Almost kill themselves if they have to. Money is not the root of all evil. People's thinking is the root of all evil. People's mindset is the root of all evil. Please like and share. You know, you know, thank you. Hey, Nicole. You know, one of the worst things you could do in life is worship somebody that's not in your race. And this is why this needs to be a conversation. One of the worst things you can do in life is worship somebody that's not in your race. And why I say that is because, you know, being black is a wonderful thing. And it comes with so many benefits of being black. For you to think anybody outside your race is better than you is a problem. You know, this pandemic of black women going missing, this pandemic of black women going missing is something black women should be enraged about. I don't see black women by the boatloads talking about this. I think that's a major problem. Black women should be on every channel talking about it. Why are black women going missing when they deal with white men? Why isn't this a big topic of discussion? Because divestments are, you getting white man money, you sleeping with white man. That's a big conversation. But you not protecting yourself, that ain't no conversation. You know, every Sunday I'm gonna do this. You know, I clear my cup, but every Sunday I'm gonna do this sip and greet, cause this is what we need to do. We need to talk about what the fuck is really going on, and stop lollygagging and just talking to talk. Because sometimes I go on some of these channels and I'll just be like, y'all talking to talk. There's no conclusion out y'all talking. Y'all just talking to talk. It's just laughs and talk. There's no real conclusion. I'm telling you right now that black women are going missing by the boatloads. And something needs to be done. We need to come to some kind of conclusion. Instead of talking about divestments and interracial dating might be more healthier for the child. How that's a conversation and black women are going missing? Have we lost love for being black? Because you remember back in the old days, you remember it was so much love being black? It was so black people love black people. Black people love to be black. It was just love. The fuck happened? Damn, homie. In high school, you was a man, homie. Fuck happened to you? But that's real shit, though. The fuck happened to you? I got the shit to my dada, man, and under the center. Yo, nah, real talk. What the fuck happened? Cause I feel like that black love was just here. Where did it go? I feel like in a fucking like a snap of a finger, shit just disappeared. No more love. Black women don't even know how to fucking love. Black men, I'm gonna keep it 1,000. I don't even blame black men because I feel like black women, in a sense, kind of created a society on a low because of this money chase thing called shit, just chasing money basically. They have created a fucking society where sex is so attainable. A man don't even need a woman. A man could just deal with a woman just sex based and live his life out. That's why I hate all this thought culture, all this, oh, you don't need a man, just fuck a nigga, get money out of a nigga. Because it don't do nothing for us. Right now, if I call a prostitute and I pay her $60 to fuck her, right? And she leave, that does nothing for us. It barely did something for her. Fuck $60 gonna do for you. Even 80, what would that do for you? $100, what would that really do for you off a man? This is why I hate this whole thought culture. This is why I really hate it. Because at the end of the day, there's no conclusion. There's no end goal. Women just getting a little bit of money from guys whenever they could get it, whenever they can, from whoever, whatever. And there's no like real structure in it. It's just grab and go, grab and go. That's the society we made. Like I always tell people, most black women, point blank, period, most black women are single. That's sad. When I walk outside, I automatically think, oh yeah, she's single. Because most black women are single. That's sad, bro, that we live in a society where we automatically go outside. I don't care how bad a joint look, how good she look, how ugly she look. I automatically think a woman is single because I know so many single women. Every woman I know around me, 9 times out of 10 is single. That's the society we live in, and they have no problem with it. And then the men, they don't really have to commit because they could deal with 3 or 4 of you because most black women are single, so they're lonely. You got black women that deal with niggas for nothing. I done seen it, bro. I done seen black women deal with niggas for nothing. I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, damn. You couldn't get nothing out the nigga? Not saying you supposed to get something out of men. But I'm just saying, I done seen a lot of women deal with men for nothing. Literally. Nothing. Just because, bro, they lonely, they need that man to be there. They need that energy. They don't have it. Most women don't have no man nearby at all. If they do have a man, he might be a sex call. If that. That's the problem. That's the future we creating. That's the big problem. You know, I'm so happy that, y'all came through and y'all show love, man. Like, share, and subscribe. But, you know, this is a problem we gotta fix, man. We can't go into 2023 with this same bullshit. We can't. We gotta do better than this. We must do better than this. Come on, man. How you feeling, Nicole, though? How you been? You still here, Nicole? But, yeah, but back to you, J-Do. But listen, we have to, you know, be more aggressive with our goals. That's real talk. Nicole, you here? But we got to be more aggressive with our goals. We have to be. Please like, share, and subscribe. But we got to be more careful and more aggressive with our goals. You know, I had a show. I did this show. I think it was yesterday. Yeah, I did a show yesterday about love is in the air. Cause it is. There's so many lonely people and people that want love in this world. There's so much love in the air. You just gotta see it. In my opinion, I feel like there's so many hurt people lashing out. You can't see the people that really want love. Cause you see so many people just lashing out of hurtness. Oh, I'm hurt. I'm da da da. Look at this. Oh, fuck them. Da da da. They're so angry. That's so much energy. You forget. Oh shit. There are real people in the world. Real people exist, and real people want love. Real people want affection. Yeah, Nicole. But yeah, that's real talk. Because Nicole, listen. You too, Jay. Listen real quick. People want love. So this whole notion of, you could just deal with people in other races and, you know, you don't have to have nobody, you could be single. That's fucking crazy. You can never turn the back on the people that's in your race. That's first off. I don't care who tell you what. You can never turn the back on the people that you grew up around and the people that raised you and helped you to be you. That's first off. Second of all, other communities will never accept you the way your community accepts you. So when I hear divestment talk, it's sad. You need love. I wish I could play the LL Cool J song right now. But you need love. That's what it is. You looking for love in all the wrong places. Looking for love in all the wrong places. Looking for love in all the wrong places. That was a song. I heard that shit somewhere. I don't know why. That shit just came to my head. But that was some old song. But anyway, the moral of the story is that, you know, and Nicole, it's not really knowing how to love. You know what the problem is? The problem is really people's mindset. Because love is something that you keep learning about. You never stop learning about love. It's almost like life. Love is almost like life. It's the same thing. It's the same thing, literally. They're literally like the same concept. Both. I would definitely say they are definitely two different things. I would easily say that. But for the most part, they're definitely two different, very similar concepts. But the moral of the story is that, Nicole, life is beautiful. And when you don't respect your culture or you don't deal with your culture, that means you don't treasure who you are. It's a blessing to be who you are and where you come from. I don't care if you're Hawaiian, Chinese, Asian, German, Sweden. It's a blessing to be where you come from. You should never turn your back on where you come from because a group of people tell you you should? What about all the people that love you in your culture? What about all the people that are willing to help you in your culture? What about those people? You turn your back on those people because a group of people tell you you shouldn't deal with them? You know, looking in the mirror and loving who you are, loving what you see, loving what you become is a very fucking important thing. It's very important to look in the mirror and be happy to what the fuck you see. It's actually extraordinary. It's wonderful. It's a masterpiece. You know, some people believe in life too much. I love how I say that. Some people believe in life too much. Because, see, there's levels to life. You see how you have levels to cars? There's levels to life. You know where a Honda is at. You know where a BMW is at. You know where a Bentley is at. There's levels to life. It's very important to know where you at in life and what level you're at. It's very important. Because you could be at a certain place in life and still not be at certain levels in life. It's real deep. That thing, it goes deep. It goes deep. It goes real deep. But thank you so much, Nicole, for stopping through. Thank you so much. It's really a blessing though when you can have like-minded people come through and y'all could share the same energy, vibe off the same energy. I think that's a wonderful thing. But to everybody else in here, loving your culture, being a part of your culture, understanding your culture is a wonderful thing. The day you turn your back on your culture, you turn the back on your existence. Everything you thought you was, just look in the mirror and let it perish. Anything you thought you was is dead. You can't allow people that did nothing for you in your life to determine your outcome. Your goal, your end goal, ENDGOAL. Your end goal. You gonna let someone on YouTube determine that? This whole divestment talk is disturbing. It is utterly disrespectful to your grandfathers, your grandmothers, your forefathers, and everybody that built you. You can't turn your back on the future of your own people because you felt like the past of your people disrespected you. You don't run shit. Think about that logically. You can't cut off the future of your own race because you think some people of the past of your own race disrespected you. You're fucking disrespectful to your whole fucking race. You should get your ass beaten for at least a year straight. That's like me beating the shit out of somebody's parent because somebody's child comes in my house and spills something on the carpet. I put that man in the hospital because his child, which I know is incapable of holding the cup correctly, I know he's not on a certain level to do certain things, so I wouldn't even be that mad at him, let alone his parent. You know, like Nicole says, it starts at home. You knowing what to do in the real world, how to operate in the real world, it starts at home. Everybody needs an end goal, a conclusion. We all need a conclusion. You know, I think I'm gonna get off in probably like about 14 minutes. I may last a little longer depending on who comes on. But, you know, being a black person in America, you realize real quickly that a lot of things just don't go your way. A lot of things are very unfair. Life is not fair. Most black people should know life is not fair in America. It's never been fair. It will never be fair. Life is not fair. So when you go in the dating world, it should be the same. Life is not fair. Why do you think life is fair or you're dipping and dodging some lane? What's up, Ray? What's up, Ray? How you feeling? But, you know, stop thinking that. Stop thinking that you dodging something. Because when I hear some of these divestment talks, matter of fact, I'm going to just throw out the name. Cynthia G. I heard her have some conversation. I couldn't even listen to it past 5 minutes. I'm going to keep it 100. I think it was around like the 6th, 7th minute. I was just like, no, I can't do this. I can't because it's just, it sounds like damaged people. I'm not even going to say hurt women because everybody's hurt. I mean, everybody's damaged. So I'm going to say damaged. It just sounds like damaged people. I don't like to hear damaged people speak because we have therapists, we have mentors, we have people that can help you. So when I hear somebody speaking out of, aggression and anger and just, hurtness, I'm just like, you need help. Go get help. You telling us your problems, we're not therapists. That's why I don't like to even hear none of those stories of people telling, oh, how I dated an abusive man or how, I don't like to hear none of those stories. They do nothing for me and they do nothing for you. You telling me how you got abused does nothing. What does that do? I hate those kind of stories because I feel like those are the times when women can just sit around and just talk about all the hurt things they've been through. That's like a man telling you about every ass whooping he took. That does nothing for me. That does nothing for you. Tell me about your wins, about your success. I don't care how you've been battered. I've been battered. Nah, that's real talk though. You know, The most beautiful thing in life is, understanding the pleasures of life, reaping the benefits of life. That's one of the best things in life. Hurt is not real life. Hurt is a moment in life. That's not life. Being hurt is a moment, a particular moment in life. A precise moment in life. It's just a little moment. Some people go through more hurt than others. But the hurt as a concept, that's a little portion of life. Suffering hurt, that's not a big portion of life. Some people just go through it more than others. It's not a big portion of life that you hurt, or that you was suffering, or that you was losing in life. You was a loser. Everybody's not a loser. So, it's very important that, we stay true to who we are, and we look in the mirror every day, and we make sure that we be happy that what we see in the mirror is what we're pleased with. A lot of people ain't pleased when they look in the mirror. And being pleased, having pleasure in what you see is a beautiful thing. That's the point of pleasure. Having pleasure in what you see or what you feel. That's the point. That's the point, man. Come on, man. And it's just too easy to realize what love is. Unconditional love is the only love we should be looking for. That's love. Unconditional love is love. That's why love don't really exist no more, because it's not unconditional. The love that we used to look for, thanks for the like. The love we used to look for, it don't exist anymore. Love ain't unconditional no more. It's not. Love is not unconditional no more. Back in the day, back in 65, back in 75, back in 85, love was unconditional. Love is not conditional now. It comes with conditions, and that's why, most men just laugh at love, and women are just lost. Divestment, or divesting, whatever you want to call it, it's a dangerous thing for the black woman, because in the year 2022, you see too many black women going missing that's dealing with white men. I encourage every black woman to stick with her race. It's sad this is actually even a conversation with black women of, how you can deal with a white man, or, what kind of white man you should deal with. How is this a conversation? Why are you worrying about your options with the white race? You think white men sit around and think about their options with black women? I mean, like, really think about that. Like, everybody sit down, jump in the comments real quick. Do y'all think white men sit around and discuss their options with black women to other white men? I want to know that, because I've seen too many groups of black women talking to each other about what kind of options they think they have with white men. Please jump in the comments right now. Tell me, why is this even possible? Because for me, it's disturbing. Like I told you in the beginning of this conversation, black women barely get married. So the little, 4 or 5% of black women that are getting married outside their race to other races. I'm not talking about to white, not to the white race. I'm talking about to other races completely. It's only about 4 or 5%. So that 4 or 5% that are getting married to other races, not just white men, to other races, right? Please like, share, and subscribe. Only 20% of black women are getting married to black men. Only 20, 21%. If that. That's about it. So the other 4 or 5% of black women marrying outside the races? Come on. You know, I'm so happy I came here on this Sunday. The Cash App is Love Alien Blood. Like, share, and subscribe. You know, and one of the best things in life, always remember this, is that patience is the key. Research is the key. Research with patience will get you all the answers you need. When you look in that mirror as a black man, black woman, understand and be grateful. You're beautiful. You're wonderful. You're exceptional. You're chosen. If you're black, man or woman, you're chosen. Look in the mirror with grace. Be grateful. Honor the sight of you looking in the mirror. You are God. All a white woman for me could be is a toy. No white woman can stand up to no black woman. The black woman was the first woman on the planet. And you gonna tell me I need to choose somebody over her? Would that make sense? I would want the original. Thank you, Nicole. Thank you, Nicole. Why you said you wanna invite me though? Explain that. Why you say that? You know, I'm so happy I got away from coffee. I'm not gonna even lie because I was so stuck on coffee for so long. Oh my god. I was so stuck on coffee, it was ridiculous. Nicole, why you said that and Nicole, who you marrying? Explain that. What's going on? That just kinda came out of nowhere. Who's the lucky guy? Only if I'll marry her if she invites another woman. Like we gotta all be married to each other. Like all three of us. I gotta have multiple wives at this point because I just feel like marrying one woman, you're just not gonna reap the benefits as a man. Like me, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like in America, I just wouldn't marry one woman. Like I think I would go to Africa and marry one woman. But in America, I gotta have multiple women. I'm sorry. Because the women, I feel like the women in America is so like out of their full nature, out of their original nature. Bro, it's better off to have two or three of them. Because you having one, you're gonna rip your hair out on a woman that's not even worth it anyway, bro. You might as well have three of her. Like the quality of woman that's in America, you can have three of her. I always tell guys this, bro. The quality of woman in America, you can have three of her any day. It's so many lonely women in America. You can have three of these women. You can have three fives or three sixes any day. Like, First of all, hold on, Nicole. I got a lot of videos in my in my artifacts. Polygamous weddings be beautiful. What? They be nice. You see, this is why I like to talk about dating or marriage outside of America. This is why I kind of hate with like Sugar Love Channel a little bit, where she be like so focused on American ways of doing things, and I just feel like that's so wrong because you got 6 other continents. That's first off. It's 6 other continents out of 7. People do other things differently. First of all, and people love Americans in other places. So I done seen, just over my experience, I done seen a lot of Americans go to other continents and have a lot of luck. Probably too much luck. You feel me? And things are just different in other continents. You understand? So for me personally, I always suggest, going to other continents, meeting people in other continents, because people are just way more respectful, honorable, and understandable. They really are. Yeah. Oh yeah. And one of the best things too, about, exploring and traveling, one of the things you learn quickly is that a lot of people in other places are just like you. Like when I hear certain people say certain things like, oh, they live under this, or they think this, or they da da da, they live over there, da da da. People are not that much different from you. You think somebody in Italy is so much different from you? You think somebody in Ethiopia is so much different from you because they learn different things? They're a person just like you. They think just like you, if not. They're a person. You think they're alien because they're from somewhere else? They're just like you. They're literally you. Literally, a man in Jamaica is the same thing as me. A black man in Europe is the same thing as me, bro. We might think a little differently, we may operate a little differently, but for the most part, we're both men, we're both a person. That's why I hate when people say, oh, well, I'll just talk for America. You can't just talk for America because everybody dates, everybody gets married. I done met so many beautiful women in Nigeria, it's ridiculous. Just imagine if I would have said, oh, no, I don't deal with women that are not in America. I don't deal with women that, are not in the States. If I would have said that, you know how many women I would have missed out on? Millions of women. I would have missed out on millions just off saying, oh, well, well, I don't know, da da da. It's real talk. Like, you know, I just wish things in America change. I think that, I will always love, no, yo, listen, Nicole, you might even like the men over there. I don't know. Depending on how you like or how you move, I don't know. But, you know, the women, fire. Nigerian women, fire. OD fire. Mad respectful, mad laid back. Like, and that's one of the things that fucked me up too because I've never like really dealt with African women, period. And I come from New York where it's a bunch of Africans, but I just never dealt with Africans. Like, I just felt like, nah, I'm not dealing with them. But I got on this one app and I was just talking to like a few of them by mistake. Like, I don't even know how I ended up talking to them. Like, I literally was not looking for women in Africa. I literally was not. Just popped up talking to one, and I was just like, damn, the conversation went mad smooth. So I'm like, fuck it. Let me go see what's up in Africa. You feel? Let me go see what's up in Nigeria type shit. So I go to the Nigerian page or whatever, like, cause the whole how the app was, it has where you can go to certain countries, certain continents, whatever the case may be. You feel me? You could size it down. It just don't be continent. You can go from city to city. You feel me? So I was going through all the different countries of Africa, and I was just like, wow. African women, period, are different, but Nigerian women, they are very unique. They're like a humbler American woman. Even though I feel like they are, a few of them are getting like American ways. I gotta do admit that. Like a few of them I was speaking to, I'm like, nah, this bitch is real Americanized. Like, feel me? A few of them over there are so American. It's like, oh shit. But for the vast majority of women over there, you can easily go over there and find you a wonderful wife. Real talk, and she'll really be worth it than you thinking, oh shit, this woman gonna turn her back on me, or this woman might whatever, whatever. Like most of the women just want to be loved and want to just have a man to come home to, and more importantly, have a man in the house. You understand? Here in America, we got women that just, in my opinion, hold up, yeah, nah, Ray. It's just different. I ain't gonna lie, them women is a little different. And the women is just so like beautiful. Like that's the point where like you'll be talking to one of them and you'll forget how beautiful she is. How like respectful and how like relaxed she is. Like I remember I was talking to one, she was so fire. I had to really step back like, damn, I'm talking to a bitch that's probably like an 8. You feel me? She was like easily an 8. In America, if she dressed up, put her makeup on, she'd easily be an 8. But in Africa, women be so humble. A bitch could be an 8 or a 9 or a 10, and she'll barely know it. Because they don't think like, oh shit, let me use my body for sexual, or let me, be out and about. Let me play mind tricks with niggas. You feel me? Let me get money over. They don't think like that. You got plenty of women in Nigeria that's 6, 7s, and 8s. Fire. A woman could be 6, 7, or 8 in Nigeria. Fire. Wouldn't even come off like that, bro. Wouldn't even talk to you like that. You'll have to remind yourself, like, damn, she's really dead fire. Shorty dead fire. She's precious. Here, you deal with a bitch that's like a 6, 7, or 8, or even a 9. You be like, nah, she gotta go. I don't care how bad she is. A lot of niggas, that's why most of the women here are single. Because it don't matter how bad you are. After a nigga dealing with you like a good 2 or 3 hours, a nigga be like, nah, I'm done. Cause it's like it's just too much to deal with. Like, bro, I'm just trying to fuck with you. You feel me? I'm trying to, you feel me, maybe pay 1 or 2 bills type shit. I'm just trying to fuck with you. Like, you're doing way too much, my nigga. I'm just trying to deal with you on some real cordial. You feel me? I look out for you, you look out for me. We chilling. You trying to make this into World War III and make shows about this. This is not about all that, bro. We young, we just living life. Like, chill. Feel me? Chill out. Let's just live. All the fighting going back and forth, you trying to think you better than me or you stronger, you got a point over mine. That shit is disturbing, man. This is why most black women are fucking single and will die alone. Because a lot of that argumentative shit, that shit is disturbing. We don't look at that shit as cool. We may laugh at that shit for like 5 minutes, but nigga, after like 5, 10 minutes, we like, nah, something really wrong. I gotta go. I gotta get the fuck up out of here, man. And then you think if you a black man know he better not be telling no black woman that she crazy or she bugged out, nigga, that's another fight. Anyway, this show is really about, you know, the black culture dealing with, you know, but this show right here is really about, we about to hop off. The Cash App is Love Alien Blood, LOVEALIENBLOOD. Love Alien Blood, that's the Cash App. But, you know, like, share, and subscribe. Love yourself. Look into the mirror and know who you are. Know that you're a blessing. Be happy with yourself. It's not a problem. Some people think they might be testing something or they, out of bounds by, believing in themselves. Don't ever believe that. I'm just happy we could do a whole nother hour. I knocked out another hour. Um, yeah, Nigerian women is definitely special though. Nigerian women, they're definitely different, man. Definitely different. Even though I would say that, you could deal with any kind of different African woman that you want. The Somalian women are very beautiful too. Ooh, they got some Somalian women, some Kenyan women, Ghana women. But the moral of the story is that, you know, me personally, I had some luck with Nigerian women. They are very beautiful, very respectful. It kind of catch you off guard because, for us in America, everything is like beauty and fashion. Like I just told you about 10 minutes ago, a woman could be a 7, a 8, a 9 in Africa. And she don't even know it. Because their mind is so focused on like being family orientated and just, you know, doing for your foundation more so than it's just me, 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 I. Look at me. You know? Like in America, that's why I said I wouldn't even take a woman serious here because it's like unless I know she's on some elite level, like, you know. But it's like they're so focused on themselves, all this divestment. If it's to me the most hurtful part of this whole divestment conversation is that we have come to the point where we said, fuck black men, go get you a white man. That's what we've come to? That's your backup plan? No, no. You know, y'all gotta do something. I got on the older niggas earlier. I got on you older niggas earlier. I told you older niggas better stop financing females that don't want to be with you. Stop purchasing pussy. They don't want you. They don't want to be with you. You got niggas 40. I'm not even going to go in on you niggas again. But remember, I went on you niggas earlier. Stop purchasing vagina. If you're 45 and up, you shouldn't be dealing with no woman 23 and younger. You shouldn't even be dealing with no woman 28 and younger. Alright, nigga, I'm gonna set the motherfucking ages and the motherfucking rules for you older niggas. You niggas are out of line and you niggas don't know how to do nothing at this particular moment. I'm gonna set the motherfucking guidelines and the stats. Nigga, if you're 45 years and older, you should only be dealing with motherfucking women 30 and over. I'm gonna set the motherfucking guidelines because you older niggas just know how to motherfucking buy pussy. You're not worrying about securing a good home, building a beautiful foundation. You worrying about buying motherfucking feet pics, sending the bitch 2 or 3 thousand so she could appease the next nigga. I'm not even gonna go in on you older niggas because you niggas already know what the deal is with me. Stop paying for fucking pussy. Simple. Now, back to this divestment conversation, Like, share, and subscribe. I'm gonna end it on a good note because I feel like, black people are special. And the more that we know that, the more we could understand that, you know, having a black person, you know, in marriage is a fucking benefit. It's a blessing. If you're black, to have a black person in marriage is a wonderful thing. That's an accomplishment. Especially if the person, is off the well to do. I don't really get into the money because I feel like, if you really love a person, you love a person. I don't get into the money and all that other shit. You know, if you love a person, you love a person. That's just simply what it is. It doesn't matter how much they make. If you loving a person for if you dealing with a person for money, then that says a lot about you. But for the most part, I don't get into that just because of that. I don't get into that. Never will I. I feel like if you love a person, that person really takes care of you. It's better for you to deal with that man that, makes 45,000 that really loves you, than for you to deal with that man that makes 112,000 and he has options, and you're just a drop in the pool. It's up to you. I don't play games with people. I am the game. I wish that more people, understand their options. Black women, I'm here to tell you, you don't have no real options with white men. The little 4 or 5% of white men that like you, please don't act like it's 45% of white men that like you. That's what hurts me the most. Black women talk like there's a whole bunch of white men just running down the street. Black pussy, black pussy. They're not worried about you. You're ghetto gaggers at best. Right. You know, thank you for saying that, James. You know, I you know, one of the most important things in life, is just knowing who the enemy is. In a divestment talk, it clouds your judgment. Do you really know who the enemy is if you're trying to sleep with the enemy? After I seen the movie Get Out, that confirmed everything I thought about a white person. After I seen Get Out, that confirmed everything I thought about a white person. And, you know, I don't. Oh, wow. I can't believe that cut off just now. Wow.